been on the school board.
Yeah.
What are 5 things or 5 qualities that you would say make a good teacher?
5 qualities. Number 1, knowing the subject. And we have teachers teaching out of field. Now, hopefully that's coming down, but it's always been a problem. Number 2, having a good curriculum. And hopefully, if the school board, if the system had followed one of my leads for software, they actually had the ability to record curricula, find out which one works, which doesn't, and adjust curricula along the line. Okay, and I don't know if they're doing that now, but we had the ability, and we still have the ability. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3 is leadership skills. Okay? Nobody is going to respect anybody who doesn't know how to lead. And lead doesn't mean do this or else. Lead means lead a classroom means inspire. And you could actually put number 4 in there too. Inspire kids. And you know, the days of Blackboard Jungle and Glen Ford, they're gone. But the point is, you know, there has to be somebody in the classroom that knows how to reach children. Okay? I mean, I'm not going to think of number 5 offhand, but someday I will. You know.
We'll do it for the next segment.
All right, next segment. Okay.
On the Marty and Bob show.
Yeah. Anyway,
did we solve any problems today?
No, but we got to the beginning of it. Okay, the process has got to start.
Well, the 2 things we need to figure out is what determines a teacher. Okay. If we can determine out, you know, what factor defines a teacher, and I didn't want to be ignorant, so I actually Googled the definition of teacher, and it is an instructor who has students. So if we can separate the actual teachers from the ones that are classified as teachers, we'll be heading in the right direction. And then we need to find a way for the better teacher, just like in any other career, to get better paid, the better teachers. And one of my administrators, I won't say his name on camera, who I love big time, said there's like a teacher gene, where there are people that are better at different careers than others. And coaches, we always forget about the coaches that spend all those hours. They work in the classroom and then go out in the field with the kids, building that community, having that human factor, building the relationship with the kids. So when they're in my class, they know if they act up, I'll call their coach.
Which is a good thing.
So how do we distinguish what is a teacher, what isn't a teacher? Then how do we get the better teachers, the better coaches paid accurately?
You know, the thing is, you don't hear any of this. You don't. When you hear that the legislature is talking about rating teachers and pay for performance, this is something you don't hear. And this is what the legislature needs to understand, and they need to think about this. Otherwise, it's for naught.
Well, can you and I sit here and ask Red Broward to make sure that Senator Herodopoulos and Senator Weiss gets a copy of this and asks the questions that we're asking? And you can point out that my math may be flawed, but my math is accurate per definition of teaching.
What we need to do is take your math and take it to the next level. Okay. I mean, we know that there's the $1.6 billion operations budget, capital. Well, it's not capital. The operations budget, and out of that, anywhere from 1.1 to 1.3 million was actually for salaries and benefits, and out of that, maybe 1.1 million was teachers. The point is, we need to work on those numbers to find out what really goes to teacher pay by first defining the teacher and then figure out from there. And it would make your numbers more accurate.
Well, and there again, not current school board separated, because we don't know how they're going to perform as of yet. But would you feel comfortable using the numbers from the former school board with all the indictments that are coming down?
No. Okay. No, but that doesn't mean I don't have confidence in any of the school boards. It means numbers change. It means what's true today, what was true 3 years ago or 5 years ago isn't necessarily true today, and it won't be true tomorrow. So every time something like this is approached, it needs to be thought about. It needs to be considered. The numbers have to be worked. Otherwise, what do we do? It's an exercise in futility.
So you and I would agree that Senator Herodopoulos and Senator Weiss need to come down with a precise definition of teacher.
Yep.
We also need to have a accurate accounting system for how they're going to measure the performance. And if we can get those two things out of our current legislators, we have officially moved forward.
You've taken a step in the right direction.
I would agree with that.